gorgeous, I'm the Fairy Voice Mother, and today I'm going to be reacting to the one and only Dimash Quadibergen singing Unforgettable Day. Is there anything to say about Dimash that hasn't already been said? I don't know. I suppose we'll find out. This performance by him in particular has been an extremely popular request. I'm told there's a very high note in it, to which I think, you know, that doesn't surprise me because he does hit high notes. That's kind of his thing. Just notes, all of the notes. Apparently this is not just any high note, this is an unfathomable high note, and I'll know it when I hear it. So that's what's going down. I'm gonna be watching this video with you now, probably analysing it within an inch of its life, probably editing most of the things I say out later to prevent this video being like 2 hours long, just because there's so much to say about him. He's not let me down so far, so I'm sure today will be no exception. I can't do a Dimash reaction without my glasses because I don't want to miss out on any laryngeal visuals, because they thrill me. I don't want to miss a tilt, a lift, a drop, nothing. What a coat.
Bir көргеннен ғашық болдым өзіңе, еркелеген балдай тәтті сөзіңе, қылығыңмен баурап алдым жанымда, қарай бердім нұрға толы жүзіңе, пай-пай şirkin unutamaz kız.
So this tilty larynx position here is a really nice way to add kind of emotional fragility. I think that's mainly because when you tilt your larynx, you sound like you're crying. And it is actually called cry position sometimes, or sob. So cry / sob / tilt. That's where it is. The great thing about singing in this position as well is that it really sets the muscles up in a nice, comfortable, stable position here, which means you can slightly open the vocal cords and close them again, achieving slightly different voice qualities without compromising the position, so without needing to switch to falsetto or anything like that. So he's obviously gone for a breathy, delicate sound for this section of the song, but later I'm sure he's gonna enlist some closed, thick vocal cords for a little bit more of a Dimash has a particularly large laryngeal prominence, also known as Adam's apple. You can actually see what's going on really clearly, which is just such a dream to analyse. The female larynx is generally a little bit more mysterious to the naked eye. However, that is one conspicuous larynx. Onwards! It's a very subtle manoeuvre, but it makes all the difference. This is what makes a singer good, is variety in positions, in my opinion. Primarily, you know, up and back, ah, or ah, and then forward. Ooh. So easy for him, it's literally like breathing. Like at the beginning, he literally had his hand over his ribcage, completely covering the solar plexus, which you want to usually keep open, you know, to help you out with your singing. Any singing book you ever buy, if this position is featured, it will have a big red cross through it. It's just like not what people do. What this is an act of defiance, and I would go as far as to say an attack upon conventional vocal pedagogy. Just mugging us off. And if anyone was qualified to do that, it's Dimash Quadibergen. We all love a bad boy. Oh dear.
Bakıttığım bu
There he goes again, just bending over, singing perfectly. Like it's nothing. Which it is for him, nothing, so whatever. See who sponsored this. Lovely narrative. There's that screen. Much more intense vocal process. Look. A glorious build-up of pressure here. The air that's coming up is now being converted with thicker vocal cords, which means he's producing a heavier, more intense, rich sound. Building up, I imagine, to this elusive high note, and at that point, I'm sure he will knock us down in a good way. Victory lap. Oh, I'm not ready. Don't do that to me. It's a false alarm, that one. Oh, lovely. Contemporary mixed voice. The reason that there's like a lot going on in his neck right now is because this is not an easy way to hit this note for anyone. He's still using his true voice here, and I think this must be just under one of his passagios, which it would then break and transition into a thinner sound quality, like ooh, you know, this is Unbroken. That's incredible. That's unusual. That's his classic little F-sharp mix thing that he did in the SOS performance. Coming back at ya. And just as a side note, the quality of the E that he sang before, that was thicker and more attached than when he transitioned to the F. See how the pressure in his throat is relieved when he transitions just up that semitone to an F. So we didn't hear any obvious audible transition at all, because he did his E, he had a little rest, and then he went back up and shifted position to the F. And this is another reason why he is so highly regarded as a vocalist, is because you don't get to hear any imperfection in his voice at all, because he is completely aware how to handle every single semitone in his range, what his voice requirements are for every note, how much breath he needs, what is the optimum vocal cord thickness and closure, and it gives the illusion to the listener that he has no breaks in his voice at all. There is just, the passagio doesn't exist.
The limit does not exist.
Oh, that was gorgeous. Lovely little jumps over the notes as well. Mini Lismers. Is that real? I'll listen to it again. Don't laugh. Okay, it's coming. Is it a bird? Is it a boiled kettle? No, it's Dimash, once again. I have so many questions, but I know you're here for answers, so I'm gonna give you the best answer I can. Flute register, flageolet. How one would begin the probably very long, arduous journey of imitating a sound like that was you would find yourself in whistle register position, which basically is your vocal cords are like kind of stiff. You create like a little elliptical or oval shaped slit between them, and then the air just kind of whizzes through that slit. So the smaller the slit, the higher... Slit is a horrible word. The higher the note. Imagine you're a mouse, like an actual mouse, and all you can do is squeak and then say wow. Wow! And that is all I have to say about that at this present time. I've never heard that note be produced by a human being before, but then Dimash does lots of things that I've not heard a human do before. So am I surprised? No, actually. Am I disappointed? No. Goodness no! Hang on a minute, we've all missed a trick here. We're all going, oh, the D8, the D8. Do you remember before when he did this and no sound came out? Maybe that was the top note. The note that we heard, the D8, is around, 4,500 hertz, but humans actually can't hear over 20,000 hertz. So maybe actually he sang a note that was like over 4 times as high as that. And we just couldn't hear it. Maybe we should be playing that little section where we did that to dogs and see if they react. The old head tilt or whatever. I'm going to play this to Daphne, who is my dog, later and see what she thinks. I would play it to her now, but she's asleep and I don't want her to get angry at me if I wake her up. She's a chihuahua. I mean, at this point, I literally wouldn't put anything past him at all. If this does turn out to be true and he did hit a note above 20,000 hertz and all the dogs are going crazy for it, would I be surprised? No, I bloody wouldn't. Lord have mercy. I need to lie down. Just when you think you've heard it all. There he is. At the end of my last Dimash reaction, I did mention that at some point I will be doing an extended Dimash vocal analysis, about an hour in length, and that will be happening. But, after today, I feel like there's probably just so much more of him that I need to hear before I can do that analysis as comprehensively as possible. So do stay tuned for that. I'm just mesmerised. Honestly, every fibre of my being is astounded. Well, thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you loved it as much as I loved making it. If there are any singers you would like to see me react to, please let me know in the comments. It's always my pleasure. I love you so very much. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you next time. Bye!